Hi everyone, this is Rekha, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Kamadin Arts and Science College, Satyamangalam. Today we are going to see about Indian women poem written by Shiv K. Kumar. Uh, First one is about the poet. In this poem, Indian Women, written by Shiv K. Kumar, the poem Indian Women is from the collection of poetry and Cobwebs in the Sun, published in 1974. The poet describes the lifestyle of the typical Indian women in the villages, how they live in the patriarchal Indian society, their character, practices and activities of their daily life. He culturally defines these women and their nature in this poem. The poem can be considered an embodiment of describing an Indian woman. And both his father, Bishan Das Kumar, a former headmaster, and his grandfather, the late Tulsi Das Kumar, were headmasters. In the name Shiv K. Kumar, the letter K stands for Krishna, and he died on 1 March 2017 in Hyderabad, India. Next, Indian women about the poem. In India, Indian women's identities and experiences and the many roles, difficulties and ambitions of Indian women, and also it highlighting both her resilience and difficulties Indian women experience in society. In Indian women poem encourages readers to consider the complexity of gender relations and Indian culture through a combination of social criticism and personal reflection, and the life of women existing in the subcontinent where the climate is hot. Here the poet often he takes a simple fact or incident and develops it into a point where it acquires a new meaning, and the poem projects Kumar's response to a situation, the impoverishment of the human spirit, images of vainess and despair highlight the structure of the poem. These are all about the poem. And Indian women, the poem lines are: in this triple packed continent, women don't etch angry eyebrows on mud walls. Patiently they sit like empty pictures on the mouth of the village well, pleading hope in each pride of their Mississippi long hair, looking deep into the water's mirror for the moisture in their eyes. With zodiac toddlings on the sands, they guard their tattooed thighs, waiting for their men's return, till even the shadows roll up their contours and are gone beyond the hills. These are all the poem lines. Here the poem, Indian women poem themes, there are three themes are available in the poem. First one is life of women in India, and the second one is oppression and sufferings, and third one is male chauvinistic society. And the first three lines: in this triple packed continent, women don't etch angry eyebrows on mud walls. Here the poet explains these lines. Women in India's diverse and broad continent do not express their anger or frustration by etching angry eyebrows on mud walls, and Indian women as being triple packed. The poet describes the Indian as a triple packed continent. By triple packed, he means the Indian women are under three circumstances of the country: sun, sex and poverty. It is a hot country that has a patriarchal society, and the poverty is at its peak. In such a place, a woman does not etch angry eyebrows on the mud walls because she is not allowed to do so. He means that the head of the family is male, and he is the only person allowed to show anger at anything inside the mud walls. Next, the lines. Poem lines are: patiently they sit like empty pictures on the mouth of village as well, pleading hope in each pride of their Mississippi long hair, looking deep into the water's mirror for the moisture in their eyes. Here the poet compares the village women to empty pictures set at a well's mouth while they wait patiently. And also the poet compared to the Mississippi River, and they gaze into the water's mirror to see evidence of moisture in their eyes, aspirations and desires. Here the poet patiently they sit. Indian women are known for their patience and it is their quality. In rural villages, women cook with mud pots and live in mud houses. They tend to keep those pots and vessels clean, neat and not damaged for years together. This shows their patience level. Though men are the head of the family, they tend to take only decisions. Women are the ones who have to take care of their respective families, and when the men are out there working, there is water scarcity, and so the women wait fetch of water with patience near the village common well. Next lines, with zodiac toddlings on the sands, they got their tattooed thighs waiting for their men's return, till even the shadows roll up their contours and gone beyond the hills. Here the poet tells about how women in the village would cover their tattooed thighs and make zodiac signs in the sands, and even as the evening shadows fade below the hills, they wait for their men to return. Here the poet pleading hope in each bride of their Mississippi long hair. Indian women normally have long hair, which he compares to the Mississippi River. The hope is for the water. They look deep inside the well in search of water, with tears overwhelmed in their eyes. The poet says this action is looking deep into the water's mirror for the moisture in their eyes. Here the poet, Indian women are known for their coyness out of shyness. They tend to make turtles in the sand. This is a cultural way of showing positive affection towards the partner or topics related to their partners. They got their tattooed thighs. This is again connected with culture. Women have their husband's names tattooed on their thighs. This means the woman belongs only to that man. She is supposed to take care of it, in the sense of she has to be careful not to get indulged with any other man, because that would bring shame to her husband. At the end of the poem, the poet tells about women wait for their respective men to come back home safe till the night comes, who have gone to work beyond the hills for the family, as there is poverty. This is the daily routine of culturally bound Indian women. Here next we are going to see about, in this poem Indian women, some important points are given. That is, first one is writing style. 2 stanzas of 10 lines and 1 stanza of 3 lines. It is called as a free verse. And the title Indian women, it refers to the nature of Indian women and the culture they follow, what the culture they are following. And the third one is literary devices. In this literary devices, there are 2 devices are classified. First one is simile and second one is metaphor. And at the end of the poem, Shiv K. Kumar tells about the mood of the poem. Here how he praising the poem. These are all the important points in Indian women. At the end of the poem, he concludes how Indian women suffer because of their patience and anxieties. They wait for the return of their men who have gone beyond the hills, and they are unlike rural women who toil and moil throughout the day. To the urban women, waiting is suffering and suffering is waiting. That's all. Thank you.